Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Here we are, the two of us.
Yes.
Going to do a bit of sport, Michael.
I love sport.
Do you know who Caitlin Clark is?
No, I don't, actually.
You must be the only one on the planet. Right, Caitlin Clark's just come from college basketball. I think she played for Iowa. She just joined the Indiana Fever in the WNBA. Right. And I watched a bit of her in the college game, what she was doing. And she's an absolutely astounding player. Really? Nailing threes from everywhere, doing a step back, bam, nailing it. She's a really good player. And what's happened is she's come into the WNBA and kind of like made people watch the WNBA. It was faltering. It's, as we know, it's been faltering for years.
There's been a lot of criticism of it, hasn't there, about it not being up to the scratch of the men's game.
Yeah, and they want more money, and it's they want to be paid equally as the men do, but they don't bring the same revenue in as the men do.
Like football and the soccer, isn't it? They're sort of like going along the same lines. They want the same sort of parity of pay and stuff like that. Yeah,
and it's one of them where you've got this once like generational talent that comes in. Yeah. And she's sort of like pushing the platform right up, but there's a lot of jealousy that's going on amongst the other players.
Oh, really?
Wow, and I was watching one the other day, and I think it was trying to think of the girl's name. But she body checks her in the game, sort of. Yeah,
it's a bit of a foul.
It's a blatant foul. But there's a lot of shit that's going on with her in the games, and a lot of hatred that's going on amongst the other WNBA players. So
right, okay.
What's the girl called? Is it Angel Reese? Is her name? The other girl that came through the same time. I think she plays for Chicago Sky. Yeah, and she's another decent player. Yeah. But there's a lot of jealousy with her as well that's going on. Right, there's a lot of haters that are out there for Caitlin Clark, but she's a phenomenal player.
There always is, but you'd think the way WNBA was, I know all the hassle we've been having about it not being good enough, that this is the sort of person you'd be looking for to take up the level of your game sort of thing.
And that's what she's doing. She's making the WNBA get a lot of attention.
Yeah, which is what they want, isn't it?
And that's what's going to drive revenue. It's going to drive audiences. It's going to drive people turning up for the games, merchandise. It's going to drive all kinds of stuff, all different revenue channels to push the WNBA up to where people want it to be. Right. Okay. So just when Arako's done, we like Arako, and he's apart from he's an Arsenal fan. We like his stuff, and he's done a little video here.
His take on things is pretty good normally, isn't it?
Yeah, so let's get into it. It's the jealous WNBA players are trying and failing to bully Caitlin Clark.
Right, okay.
Let's go.
Clark. How will she go for history?
This for college basketball history.
So this is a female basketball player called Caitlin Clark, and as you've just seen, she's broken nearly every female college basketball record, and she's actually good to watch. Now, you'd think that other ex-female players would be happy that she's breaking records and actually making people want to watch female basketball, but no. Instead, they're trying to tear her down and play down all her accomplishments. Take a look at this.
I'll just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. I don't think my record has been broken because you can't duplicate what you're not duplicating. And so unless you come with a men's basketball and a two-point shot, hey,
You asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that player set it. Okay. So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year.
What?
Yeah, that'll go in the record books.
She's doing my maths.
Oh my God.
She's doing my bullshit.
Talk about being desperate to knock her down.
I mean, I get what the other woman was saying there about the record, that she's broke the record, but she was using a men's basketball size because the women's basketball is a little bit smaller.
Right, okay.
So she was using the men's size basketball, and they were only getting 2 points for a shot.
Oh, right. Then it changed.
There was no 3-pointers. I'm guessing there was no 3-pointers, is what she was saying. Right. Okay. Caitlin can nail them 3-pointers like nobody's business. Right. You know, she's like watching Steph Curry, the way she steps back and sinks the 3 points. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just.
What's the 3-pointers? But just nobody ever did it.
I don't think they might not have been 3-pointers in the women's game. I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to let us know in the comments. I'm not sure.
Right. I didn't even know they changed the sounds of the ball actually. But
I'm just saying the way she was explaining it there, it sounds to me like there wasn't 3-pointers.
Right.
You know, because she was saying only 2 points.
Yeah.
So
right.
As Caitlin Clark is the all-time, whatever it is, I don't even know what the number is. Dang, like he or she's killing them. But you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old. You should be killing them. Yeah. Clark right now probably takes about 40 shots a game.
Carry on.
Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Absolutely not.
haven't seen a female play like her.
No, me either.
That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's like from a freedom standpoint, too. I haven't seen a player with that type of green light before in college.
I've never seen the style of what she plays.
I mean,
I've never seen a female play like that.
I've had games
like that.
I've had games in college and pro, 6, 7, 8 threes made.
All those women are meant to be legends of female basketball, so you'd think they'd be mature, but instead they're acting like salty little teenagers that can't accept that someone's better and more entertaining than they were. Now recently, Caitlin Clark was drafted as the #1 pick in the WNBA.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Now you'd think that her getting drafted would actually make other players excited, considering that she actually draws in a crowd and she's actually got fans, unlike the other Muppets. But instead of these other players being happy about it, all we've seen from them is jealousy and negativity. It's embarrassing.
Reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing. You know, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. There is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, you know, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
But our last hater is Jamel Hill. During an interview, Jamel...
If you put it into contrast with what the men did with Wemby that came into the I don't know if you know who Victor Wembanyama is. He was the #1 pick in the men's NBA.
Yeah.
He came from France.
Right. Okay.
Into the I think I don't know what they call it. It's like a league that's he's French anyway, but they play in a league I think that's like a G League or something like that.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's #1 draft pick. And the support he's getting from all the other players, you know, and the respect he's getting from all the other players about how good he is, and you know how he's going for Rookie of the Year and this kind of stuff. He's doing really well.
Right. Okay.
So for a draft pick, so he's in a shit team with San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
But he's doing really well in the NBA, and he's getting the praise from the other NBA players.
Yeah.
But when on reflection, when you see what the WNBA are doing, it's like.
It seems it's just pure jealousy.
It's
absolutely incredible. You think you say, oh, she looks absolutely fantastic. Hopefully she can replicate that in the WNBA and take it up another level. Yeah. It'd be great to see. But it's like they can't wait for it to fail.
That's what it looks like to me.
It's absolutely.
It's a massive jealousy thing, I think.
Yeah.
Hill made multiple claims against Clark, saying that the women's basketball audience would be growing with or without Clark. Also mentioning that Clark is only getting so much attention because she's white.
That the criticism is often very one-sided. Caitlin Clark talks her shit. Caitlin Clark is demonstrative. Caitlin Clark, people aren't bothered by that. People aren't bothered by it because they're caught up in the narrative of, oh, here's this, wonderful, kind soul from the great state of Iowa representing Middle America. So they put all these sort of, what happens in these sports race wars is everybody projects their own shit on the people coming.
And since we've seen Caitlin Clark play in the WNBA, we've seen more players concentrate on trying to take her out than outplay her.
Here it is. That's it.
All right.
Yeah. And then Carter.
On the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything. That's enough.
People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas. And I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watch women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of each two, and I want y'all to realize that. It's not
that's
just
Angel.
A lot of
right, okay.
so much for this game.
So this
Angel
is another
Reese,
player called Angel Reese, who I've heard is actually bearable to watch. And the eyes never lie, Chico. You can see how jealous she is, and you can see how personal that foul was. It's one thing your rivals being jealous, but when it's your own teammates, you really got to start wondering what the fuck is going on.
Caitlin Clark's own teammates were being super disrespectful by sarcastically thanking her for showing up to the post-game press conference after she walked in when it had already started, and this is how you know the jealousy is real. And it is why some of the players on her own team won't pass her the ball, because the only reason she was late was because she stayed after the game to sign autographs for a bunch of kids. The only difference between the WNBA and college basketball basketball is how scared these professionals are of getting burned by Caitlin because they're face guarding her on inbounds even when the ball is way ahead of her. You've got girls forgetting that they need to shoot 2 free throws after getting fouled since they don't want the ball to get inbounded to Caitlin. The entire league is trying to injure her on dirty screens and fouls.
See, one of the reasons why this girl, Caitlin Clark, is actually good is because, like any top athlete, she's got an elite mentality. She's still cooking, she's still playing well, and she's not letting all this shit get the better of her.
Yeah, I think everybody's physical with me. They get away with things that, probably other people don't get away with. And it's tough, but that's just the fact of the matter. Is like, this is a very physical game. You're going to get pressure. That's just professional basketball. So I think it is what it is, honestly.
Is that something that you expected going into the league? You said that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And you know what, honestly, I wouldn't even care that much about the opinions of the other WNBA players who nobody gives a shit about when you've got real basketball legends backing her up and praising her game.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
And that's coming from LeBron.
Take notes of someone like that, not all the other idiots.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think number one though, I kind of think she needs to toughen up as well a little bit, and I think she needs to work on her trash talking and get right back in their face.
I think maybe because it's the first season, maybe she's just trying to blend in, maybe just get in with everyone. But
she also needs the support of her own team. If her own team are not giving her support, and if something goes down on the court, that's you what, mate. Whether I like to play her or not, who played on our team, right? If someone went after, he was my teammate. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if you're playing in my team and someone kicks you, they better watch out because I'm coming straight after them. The next tackle, I'm going in.
That's what team sports all about.
I'm like, if that's the way we want to dance, then that's the way it is.
Yeah. If you don't stick up for your teammates, absolutely, you've got absolutely no chance. Honestly,
you could be the biggest knob on the pitch, but I tell you, if you're on my team, you're on my team.
Oh, we've all played it. Listen, we've all played in teams that way. You've got a few in it, so you're all on the same side.
I played against my best mate in a semi-final once. He was on the other team. He's my best mate. Went out with him at weekends, everything. We hung out together all the time. Yeah. As soon as we kicked off, I went straight for him. And he was rolling around after about 8 seconds, and I went, I slipped. And I managed to not get a yellow card. And he said,
but you didn't slip though, did you? You didn't slip.
But if you laugh and go, I slipped, they let you off. The referees give you a bit of leniency, especially so early in the game.
Yes,
but that's what she needs to do. She needs to toughen up a little bit.
Definitely, yeah.
But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go, have fun, enjoy. But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world. Oh, you are. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. What she's accomplished, give her flowers. I'm being petty, all you women out there. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
Can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer. The amount of attention that she has gained over the course of these last couple of years, every building she goes into is a different energy. Great for her, great for women's basketball.
Now, there are some people the last couple of weeks, and I ain't going to call your name, but you're going to see this, and I'm talking to you. What are they supposed to do? Let her score? They're trying to win. That's not basketball. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Instead of being like, man, more people are talking. More people, think about it. The game that the Las Vegas Aces play.
I just got a name. It's Kennedy Carter, isn't it? The girl there on the left now.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp in it. He's
I
got lots to say.
I get what he means to a certain extent. They're not going to just stand by and wave it through. So
you're going to get
with star players like people in the past, like Messi, Ronaldo, people like your Gascoignes, they always got kicks more than anyone else because they were like the stars. So to a certain extent, I do get that, but I think it's more the talking after it that's annoying. I know that which, like I say, she needs to toughen up a bit and take those, maybe give it back a bit more, like something like LeBron would have done, But I think it's more the talking that's the sad part about it.
It's the
players gone by.
It's the verbal disrespect she's getting after the games and like by other professionals or pundits or whatever it may be.
Exactly.
But when you're getting the praise of your Steph Curry's, your LeBrons, and
these
people like that.
Do you think these other women should be
Barkley.
sitting up and taking notes and thinking, hold on a minute, are we out of step with what everyone else thinks here?
They know what they're doing. But like you say, I agree with that. Take it on the pitch or on the court.
Yeah.
And then when it comes off the court, have a bit of respect.
Yeah.
And show the girl respect.
Yeah, after it, shake hands, a bit of respect in press conferences and things like that.
Correct.
Definitely.
Right. Against with Caitlin Clark,
right?
The tickets were triple that a regular season game than what they were in the finals. Now you tell me what that is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Look where they're having to move the games to. They're moving games, putting them on big time situations.
Right.
You're jealous.
Caitlin Clark is actually making the WNBA bearable to watch. She's actually a good player to watch. These players should be thanking her. She's bringing in more revenue, more eyes, more fans. It's going to help them. And I'm not saying for them not to compete and to put her on a pedestal. They should treat her like any other opponent. But what they're doing now is not basketball. They're trying to take the girl out. The thing is, they're just creating a monster, because usually what happens with these top athletes is it makes them pissed off and it makes them better. I hope she succeeds, I hope she can throw it back all in their faces, and I hope she gets a huge contract that pays her a lot more than the rest of these muppets that don't sell any tickets. It's reasons like this that people don't like the WNBA. It's not because they're women, it's because they do dumb shit like this. It's like the comedian Bill Burr said, these women would rather tear each other down and still cry complaining while collecting their NBA subsidies.
Yeah. Go on, Bill.
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Voice of reason.
It's one of the funniest bits when he does about the WNBA. But it's like I mean, people, we go through it because we're big sports fans. People always say to me, you should watch that. And I go, why? I watch loads of sport.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. I'm
watching how she's doing it. She nails 3 points like Steph Curry does.
Yeah. Yeah, even just the clips I've seen there, she looks, pretty good player, pretty good. So
yeah, but you're watching it for reasons, sort of thing. The reason why I watch football or NFL football or basketball or ice hockey, whatever I'm watching it for certain people. I'm into the ice hockey Stanley Cup starts this week, the finals, and they've got Connor McDavid, probably one of the greatest ice hockey players that's played.
Yeah,
or hockey players, however you want to call it. We have field hockey over here, so we have to say
we're used to saying ice hockey out because we have field hockey.
Yeah. But yeah, if you watch some of the best hockey players, I mean, I know Gretzky's the best player that's ever lived.
Yeah.
In that game, but you watch it, you want to see what Conor McDavid does.
You got to watch it for the big stars because sometimes they're just a cut above and they can just do something a bit different or a bit special.
And you watch some of his plays, what he does, and you're thinking, wow, you don't see that. Like it's for an untrained eye like me watching a sport like that, I don't see that. And then you watch someone who break it down. You just watch the little bits they do and the way they break it, and you're like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But that's the reason. Yeah. That's the reason the fans come out. That's what they want to see.
Fans come out, but then you get
average. Go to the park and watch shit on the park.
Exactly. I mean, you get fans watch it, but then you get people over and above. Like me, I probably watch a match with her in it now because I've seen what she can do and because everything surrounded it. So yeah,
and it is hype. I know a lot of people saying she's being hyped and all that, and we're just as good. I get that, but you're not. Her PR machine's a lot better than yours.
Yeah, it's hyping it and just coming out as pure jealous.
That's it. Live with the hype.
She's just coming in and she's playing it. She seems to be playing like a pretty straight bat, saying, "Yeah, I knew it was going to be physical."
Yeah.
She's just getting on with the game, and it's all the others that are coming out with all the JoJo.
Yeah. But the way I see it is, I'd live the hype and go against this. You've got people like Angel Reese looking to go against her. Prove that you're better than her.
Exactly. It should inspire
get
her.
The same hype.
But like I say, all the best players, it does inspire. It does make them better. When you're getting a load of grief, a load of stick, all the best ones just roll the sleeves up and just get even better, and hopefully she will do.
And, it's people saying like you're getting the hate because of the colour she is and all that. I'm not buying into that neither. It's because you've got to look at the NBA as an equivalent. If you want to look at the NBA as an equivalent, look at the two best players out in the NBA at the moment.
Yeah,
Luka Doncic, white. Nikola Jokic, white.
Yeah. The best players are the best players, aren't they?
Some. I'm not saying they are the best players, but there's some of the best players.
Yeah.
It's Jokic just got MVP and Doncic is in the NBA final.
Yeah, right.
But you've got other players that play with them. But it's not all hype about just them.
Yeah.
You've got the hype with Doncic at the moment because he's just done Anthony Edwards over for the Timberwolves. But you've got sort of like the hype that you could go with. You could buy into it and make it a competition.
Yeah.
And develop it into something that's like a big rivalry.
Yeah,
not a jealous rivalry, a fair rivalry.
Yeah, which is what people like in sport, but it's got to be fair, hasn't it? But
yeah, she's
really
very,
interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this story. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's looking like it's going to develop pretty well.
Yeah, I've done that since she was at college,
hoping she goes there, absolutely smashes it.
Yeah, and she is. She's doing really well. Yeah, it's first season, like I say, so it's something
early days,
to watch,
but nice one.
Definitely to watch. But anyway,
Good.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.